On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Friday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side. So I have a story to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in a Jamaica. So watch us now, my peeps. On Wednesday night, that a Wednesday we're gone. We are talking about the 9th of October 2024. A mass Knockingz and Clappingz go on the gully side in a Cassava piece. We are talking about 46.5 Maninzil Road in a Cassava piece. That's so. A group of people sit down and play a domino at a shop, and criminal elements alighted from a motor car, and a hail of bullets was sprayed in their direction indiscriminately so, hitting all patrons. Now, this female presently on your screen, identified as Kellyanne Bernard, said to be from the same address, end up lose for 3 pints, same place, on the spot. It is said that she not originally come from there, but she moved into the area, and it is also alleged that she was the shopkeeper. Now, the other persons were all taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where one remained in critical condition. Now, the Knockingz and Clappingz involve 6 people. So one end up lose them 3 pints. One is in critical condition. 4 was seriously injured. Not sure how much of that 4 is still in the hospital or how much has been released, but their conditions was not considered to be life-threatening. Now the man who is in critical condition, hanging on to their life by a thread, is presently on life support. It is said that he was the intended target, and he has since been identified by his alias as Lucky. Now, many of the ones them out there I wonder, what could have caused this? As I stated in this morning's vlog, some even link me and I say, the gully side artists have anything to do with it. Well, this time, no, him not have nothing to do with that one here. Now, the man in charge of the St. Andrew North Police Division, that's the commanding officer, Deputy Superintendent Randy Sweeney, stated that the police are investigating 2 possible motives for that attack. Deputy Superintendent Sweeney said that there was no intelligence of an impending attack. However, the community has been on the police radar due to an ongoing gang conflict. Now, I call a reasoning. Many of the ones them I wonder, what go on and who is behind the fatal Knockingz and Clappingz. Because I also made mention that it's coming from overseas. This time the overseas that we are talking about is not America, not Canada, but the United Kingdom, to be more specific. We are talking about England. Yeah man. And a female, yes, a female is behind Wednesday night mass Knockingz and Clappingz down on the gully side. Now, before we get into the rest of the story, I go start from which part it actually start from, so you can tie in everything and get a better understanding as to what really took place on Wednesday night and why and by whom. Now on your screen is a man that has since been identified as Mark McLean. Now, Mark McLean is a top tier criminal element from Cassava piece. Mark had a female that he was with, his baby mother, who is also presently on your screen identified as Deandra. Now, Mark lived in England, as I stated, is a top tier criminal element, one that some labeled as a top juggist in England. So Mark met Deandra, fell in love with Deandra, and brought Deandra to England. It is said that she was heavily pregnant at the time with her son. Mark McLean and Deandra ended up sharing 2 daughters in that relationship. Now fast forward, years gone by, and Mark and Deandra stopped seeing eye to eye. Now Mark had 2 houses on lands said to be that of family members of Deandra. And when both of them stopped seeing eye to eye, it took a rather dangerous twist to the fact where Mark had to walk away from those 2 homes. So one may ask what actually caused the feud between Mark and Deandra. Simply jealousy. Yeah, man. Mark is a man we have other baby mothers and other girl all about the place. So I just a man and woman affair get really sour to the fact where Deandra went to the man, the Guzu man, where claimed to say him a load up Mark ring for bribe the Obia man for take off the guard from off a Mark. But we are going to get into that further down. So watch this now. Deandra and fair people, if they'd have 2 Mercedes Benz for Mark, a red Benz and a black Benz. So Deandra used to drive the red one. A youth known as Junior from Park Lane. The same Junior will lose for him 3 pints right in front of you take this so. Him usually drive the black one. So when Deandra and Mark fall out, Mark sees the 2 Benz them from her. Him sell the black Benz and start roll in the red Benz. Now this is the red Benz presently on your screen. Mark is to the left of the red Benz and Mark's brother to the right of the red Benz, identified as Kirk McLean. Now one may ask, then no simple 1-2 thing. Why is it that they're at loggerheads where it end up that drive-by go on pan the gully side Wednesday and people end up lose them 3 pints? Alright, hear this. You see, Deandra is one of them little toxic woman there. Real old tegreg, as we Jamaicans would have say. She's a little tyrant and a little snake. Yeah, man. So what go on now, is that after she and Mark left, because she know Mark world inside out him whole criminal network. So she decides say she nah go just walk away empty-handed. Hence the reason why she hold on pan over 60 million fame. The 2 host them down a Mandeville, down a Manchester side so. Plus, she decide say she have to go tear him right down to threads. So what go on now, is that she forward to Jamaica and go up on a certain ends and see one of Mark nephew. It is said that she put out a hit and Mark nephew food end up getting yam. When Mark figure out what go on with him nephew, because the street start talk, Mark go so back now and send go liquid for your brother. Nobody no know for sure because nobody never really see who carry out the hit or anything. But as always, the streets talk. So fingers start point in a Mark direction, say, him end up send man go lick down Deandra brother. So from that, Deandra pledge, say not just Mark, but all of his brothers must go. Yeah, man. So fast forward, Mark never take the thing well serious. As I stated, she go find Mark Obeahman, plot with the Obeahman, for take off Mark, guard off him, because I don't know them people of them really believe in a them thing there and believe so them thing there can stop them from losing them 3 points. So given the fact that she know all of the ins and outs of Mark, she go link up the Obeahman behind Mark and pay off the Obeahman for the Obeahman remove the guard from half of Mark. So when Mark land at Jamaica now, him and him brother Kirk decide say them are gonna make a one step and go in a Manchester. Because when him come to Jamaica, him just try to lay low and stay out of the limelight, stay out of the gully side place and just go and build back in a one certain part in a Manchester. So as I stated earlier, the red Benz that Mark was driving, that Benz was placed in the name of the brother of his first baby mother. So Deandra end up get to that baby mother brother also. Pay him off a decent sum of cash to give her the location of Mark whilst he was in Jamaica. So Mark was on his way to Manchester. The brother of that first baby mother called Mark on him phone and beg him stop at the jerk spot in a Manchester there so where him end up lose him 3 points. Right at one jerk spot right at Williamsfield in a Manchester. So Mark stop forget the jerk chicken. But the fact that they were plotting behind Mark's back, criminal elements from Kingston would have already driven all the way from Kingston to Manchester and waited on him at that particular jerk spot. So when Mark pull up at the jerk spot now to buy the chicken, Mark was in the company of a female and his brother. The criminal elements them step out. The female was left in the car. The brother and Mark stepped out and went into the little jerk spot and ordered their food. The criminal elements saw them, jump out of them car and run in upon them and clam. The 2 of them food get yam. One of the brothers lost his life inside the establishment that is Mark. And Kirk end up run out and fell to the ground just meters outside of that business establishment. The criminal elements jumped back in after them car and left. So right there and then, Deandra took out Mark, got her revenge, and continued to slaughter the family members of Mark. Now, the shooting on Wednesday night, the intended target was one of Mark's brother. A brother who deal with Marcus, but I know one of the brother them were involved in a nothing at all where Mark are going with. Is a man where not take no money from Mark, no beg Mark no start, him just continue to do film like a construction work and go and live hand to mouth because him say him no want to get involved in a way Mark are going with. None at all. So Lucky just continue to live a normal life. Now, Lucky, as I stated, was the intended target. The hit was placed on his head by this old Krasmite, identified as Deandra, who, as I stated earlier, has 2 daughters for Mark. Now, Deandra has vowed that she will take the life of all the remaining brothers. One of the brother, as I stated, lost his life beside Mark on the said day Mark lost his life, Kirk McLean. The brother who was the intended target, Lucky, is hanging on to dear life by a thread. The other brother, identified as Addy, was the one who obtained a lot of Mark's assets. We are talking about Mark trucks, tractors, and cars that he had in Jamaica at the time he lost his life. So Addy, word on the street is that you are next on the list for Deandra. Now Deandra move on with her life. She find another old dirty kind of boy for deal with. We not gonna mention him right now because film stories for another time. But one thing I can say, he is from the community of Riverton in the St. Andrews South Police Division. So that new man they know, that criminal element in which they now share a child, is the new pawn for Deandra to help her to carry out her criminal activities against the family members of Mark. Yeah, man. Now the criminal elements them will carry out a drive-by there, my peeps, is affiliated with the Dark Side Gang from the Kingston Central Police Division. Now Junior from down a Park Lane will end up losing 3 points, as I stated in front of UTEC. Used to deal with Deandra's sister, known as Sabrina. So I saw Deandra get the link now with Dark Side man them, and I use them man they now to carry out the hits on her behalf. So now Deandra, let me ask you a personal question. You not love your mother? Given the fact that she's living in a nearby ghetto community, you not feel like say your mother may become a target after all that you have done and continue to do? So to Deandra's mother, if you're listening, I would suggest, if you want to keep your life, to leave that community and go to somewhere safer and not known to others. I'm not for sure of the relationship between Deandra and her mother, so I can't say for sure if the mother is in support with what she's doing. The mother probably not in support and just a live for her life and a business, but you don't know how Jamaica run. Can't catch Quaco, catch him shot is very, very real. So, my peeps, this thing here is far, far from over, because Deandra need to understand and remember that, hey, the people them will lose for them 3 points have family too who love them. And this cycle of death and destruction will only continue if it don't stop right here and right now. My peeps, living in and around Cassava Peace, or living in areas that you know that is affiliated with Deandra and what is going on, please be on the lookout, because reprisal is a must. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.